What is going on, guys? Marcus here with the Reformation Woodshop, and today's video is packed with nuggets of information about all of the tool upgrades that you could possibly need in 2026 to level up your woodworking game. Before we get started, if you like content like this and you're not subscribed to the channel, maybe consider subscribing if the video's good. If it's not, just quietly move on, and please don't tell me in the comment section because that'll hurt my feelings. I can't be the only person who has an old, dingy paddle bit set, right? Well, it's time for you to ditch that so you can punch cleaner, crispier holes. The paddle bits that I would recommend you get are these Spider Stingers. They have a non-clogging auto feed tip technology. All right, so let's take our 5/8 here and our 5/8 from the Spider set, and let's just compare the two. The differences are obvious right away. We've got that hex base on both, but obviously one is more articulated for an impact driver. The most important thing about the Spider set here is that it has that auger tip, which helps you to get through the material. Everybody knows the worry that you always have when using these guys is blowout. I've had this happen to me many times, and it's extremely annoying. With a bit set like this guy that has that digging power and those big curved teeth on the edge that help cut instead of push material away, you're gonna decrease the possibility that you make mistakes. And that's what we're shooting for here. We all know it's not the top of the hole that matters, it's the bottom. Let's look for tear out. It's beautiful. Let's do a bigger bit. As you can see, no tear out. Like I said earlier, that threaded piloting tip there and those curves make it cut clean and strong. Item number 2 is probably the best kept secret around, and maybe even the best item on this list. Standard box cutter. Everybody's got one. This one is mine. Pretty cool, you see. They are a good all-around tool, but they don't make for a good marking knife. The issue with box cutters, they kind of fat around the edges. Enter the Stanley utility knife. It's obviously good enough to function as a box cutter, as it sits. You can cut drywall with this bad boy. Whatever you need it to do, it can do that. But for a woodworker, this knife will be the #1 marking knife that you've ever had in your entire life. Look at that ergonomic shape in my hand. Unlike a standard marking knife that you'd have to continually sharpen, it has these blades that are obviously replaceable. So if you break them or dull them, you can get new ones. And the best part about them is that they're long and slender. They can reach deep. They can cut dovetails beautifully if that's what you need. Honestly, any sort of joinery is made simple with a utility knife like this guy. That knife helped me get a nice, clean line into the edge grain of this Purple Heart. Nice, straight, clean lines. All right, we've covered bits, we've covered blades. Let's talk about a little bit of a storage hack. When it comes to bits, throwing these guys in your pocket is obviously not the answer. It can be very, very easy to lose drill bits, especially when there's so many that you probably need at all times on the job site. That's where the Klein Tools bit holder keychain comes in handy. I'm not solely endorsing Klein because I've seen a ton of these that are really good, but this is one of the ones I've got, and this is the example that I'm gonna show you. What's really good about it is that it can hook to your tool bag or your keys and hold all your bits, just like that. They stay in there, lock in there forever. The real use for these guys is locking them on your tool bag and having them handy right where you need them every single time. And if you're very studious and responsible and you put them back, you'll never lose your bits again. I think this was $15. This is just a fast and easy way to clean up the tool bag and have everything you need all at the tip of your fingers all the time. All right, we've done bits, blades, storage. Now we're gonna talk about clamping. More specifically, this tabletop vise from Work IQ. I got this vise last year from Work IQ, and it was probably one of the best additions to my shop to make everything pump out a little bit smoother. It came with tons of different jaws. If you do leatherwork, metalwork, woodwork, whatever you could possibly need to clamp into this guy, there are jaws made specifically to protect your project and to get work done. These are the reversible pipe pit sleeves. They've got nice little bite down teeth on this side, and then a cushioned pad on this side that are perfect for holding pipes, PVC, copper, stuff like that. These are the reversible leather sleeves. They're made for fine wood projects or something that's more delicate. What's really good about this leather set of jaws is that it doesn't mar the surface of your piece, so you can squeeze down extremely tight if you need to, and it won't imprint on your material at all, and it'll still hold it extremely firm. These are the Sure Fit jaws. They have a little bit of a cushioned pad, but it kind of form fits whatever it is you're clamping in there. That way, if it's an odd type shape, you can still get a nice bite on it with the vise. And these are your all-around woodworking vise jaws. They have that sure fit pad on this side that'll grab any shape, and then the nice grippy side that'll grab anything that you need. It has a full 150 million degree rotation. I don't know what the specific number is because it spins all the way around and left, down, back, right, everywhere, and it can lock into place in an arbitrary way like this. So you can leave it right there. I have a full video dedicated to this guy that I made last year if you're interested in it and want to know more about it. The next item on, oh my sawdust. The next item on this list is going to require some more power. And no, I'm not talking about buying a standard circular saw. Everybody has one of those. We're talking 4-inch mini circular saws made for lightweight, maneuverable, portable cutting. Not only are these guys super easy to handle, but they're super quiet and you can cut mostly anything you want. Unless it's thicker than 2 inches. This guy can easily cut a standard 2x4 if that's what you need. I've got the Cobalt 24 volt. And we just got this mini Makita at work. If you're choosing between the two, obviously the Makita is a little bit smaller than the Cobalt is, but what's really annoying about the Makita is that it has this little bitty proprietary baby battery, whereas my Cobalt battery, I can take it off of here and attach it to my router and to my drill and impacts. I know this video is about upgrading your tools, and while I think it upgrades your tool bag to have both, I do think there are benefits to using this guy over this guy. Like, you see me holding them right now. This guy is heavy, and I don't even have the 2 batteries inside of it that it requires. This one, I can hold up with 1 finger. With these 4-inch saws, you can often run them one-handed. They have a smaller footprint, which makes for easier, tighter spaced cuts. It's got a thinner blade and a smaller motor, which you get less tear out on plywood and sheet goods, especially for finish work. And although this guy is perfect for framing materials and big, dense, thick lumber, this 4-inch blade is perfect and making nice clean cuts on plywood. So definitely an upgrade to put this in your tool bag. All right, for the last item on this list, we are upgrading your your triangle, square. We're actually not gonna be upgrading from this mass-produced square to another mass-produced square. We're gonna be going to something that is precision machined and perfect for squaring up every project and every tool that you have. This is the magnetic micro square from FastCap, and I absolutely love it. What do I love about it? Its overall length is 4 1/4, which you might think is small, but it is actually really useful, especially since that's a standard board length that I'm working with. It's got 2 rare earth magnets in the bottom that makes it so you can stick it to any surface that can be magnetized. All that is secondary to the fact that it is a machinist square, which means this stock of steel is just more precisely cut and accurate than the other mass-produced stuff that's out there. If you're having issues at the table saw and your boards are coming out a little wonky and you don't know why, you might need to re-square your blade with something like this. And what I like about this guy is having a dedicated square that doesn't have the ruler ridges that your carpenter squares have is really nice. It makes for nice, straight, sharp lines. And of course, because these are made by FastCap, even though it's really high quality materials and it's a high quality build, you can still get them for 20 bucks, which is about the same price point as the other guys. This tiny square is definitely an upgrade that I do not regret. If you watched this video and thought to yourself, man, that was so good, how can I give this guy money to repay him? Then you're in luck. I have a lot of stuff listed on my Etsy store that you can buy to support the channel, so head on over to reformationwoodshop.etsy.com to grab something.